Alrighty. Can you guys hear me? Rad. So what we're going to be doing here, just I'm going to be starting the game from the very beginning. I'm going to tweak some settings and just show what we got so far. Now, something that I saw someone else do recently. Normally what I used to do is just pick one of these, painful or punishing, but someone said like a 4-4 something, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So tweak these. Keep this normal. Yeah, that's what it was. So 4, 2, 4, 4. I'm assuming that's probably going to be the best way to test if the item distribution actually makes sense or not. Because I'll be honest with you, when I was placing stuff, so how it works is, for people that may not know, is when you're placing items in the editor, you can put a difficulty setting. So abundant, normal, sparse, rare. It's just 4 numbers in the editor. So shit ton of stuff on abundant, not too many things on rare. This is all, like, personal preference at the beginning of Deus Ex. I like to do this. I don't really set my skills until I get into game. Keep everything untrained. And then go from there. Like, just pretty much develop your character as you see fit, as you start playing. Rather than just dedicate to, say, all this. Then you're like, well, actually, that kind of sucks, let's not do that. I mean, it's my legal name, so gotta use it. That is my energy drink addiction, which you just heard, so. Write that down. I know in the upper left there you can see the guy just standing there in the darkness because of the FOV settings.
No flame wars on my ship.
Ah, so cringe.
Who's there?
Dude's just holding a big ass sword like a rifle.
Hey, what the?
So I remember seeing this the first time when I was a kid, back in shit. When did we start? 2005.
This is Phasmatis.
I
can't come to the phone right now, but leave a message
and
after
thinking
the beep.
this was just so
Despot
insane because I
probably
didn't know how
has
to
my
do
phone
any of
book,
this when I was
so it
younger.
may give me your message. Otherwise, I'll receive it when I get home.
We need to talk. The curfew
Back when it
a
was
good
released in
start,
2001.
but with
Well,
Dale's
I won't
Diablo
talk while
gone,
it's doing
we're
this. I'll
not
talk
going to
after
be in
this.
charge of the city much longer. Report in at the new HQ when you hear this. I'll set some things in motion in the meantime. I'll see you there.
Will Faz have time to look for Deus? I think he's got more than enough on his hands fighting the riots and looting.
Phasmatis has some useful contacts. Last night in the bar, he was talking about contacting Trescon.
Fine. But we can't just sit around waiting for Faz to show up.
Oh dear God, I have pockets.
Back to your office, Gond. Slicer, go get that interview with the scientist who contacted us. It sounded like he had something important to tell us about World Corp's activities and the incident at Aunt Betty's Industries. If we're lucky, it has something to do with Deus. We also need to do something about the escalating Cold Wars. That conflict will blow wide open if they realize we've lost control.
Send Gan. Maybe the goat cult will abduct him.
Look, guys, my pants are on fire.
No. Let that loon think he's running the place. We'll step up the firewall presence in the downtown sector until we can arrange for a more permanent solution to the cult problem.
What about DXL?
They're one of my primary suspects for the abduction. It's a toss-up between them and World Corp.
I've been probing their systems all day. I'll let you know if I make any progress.
Good. When Faz comes by, tell him I'll be in Saul's bar getting a drink and some advice from Alpha.
Who's that handsome man?
Yes? I overheard Phasmatis and Cashew and Souls. They're calling in an old agent named Trescon.
That name sounds familiar.
I'll keep an eye on the checkpoints in the downtown district. I reckon the faster we take this newbie down, the less trouble he'll be.
No, don't kill him. I have a better idea.
So now that's over. If I ever say the word newbie or noob like that, just come and like hit me with a bat or something.
Ah, there you are. I'm glad you made it here so quickly. This is quite important. My apartment is on the 4th floor on the right.
Ah, Trescon. Phasmatis is expecting you. Go right up. Beware of security, though. They haven't got much to do, so they tend to shoot at anything.
As usual with the Deus Ex game, just run around and steal everything that isn't nailed down.
Trescon, glad to see you made it.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. Every major street being locked off is a recent development, isn't it?
I'm sorry about that, it's part of the curfew. To limit the rioting, we locked off all the districts and put up guarded checkpoints at the barricades.
That's really necessary? It seems rather quiet out there.
That's because you haven't seen the bad districts. Even the West resident sector, the slums, is the day on the beach compared to some sectors. You can only access the 3 districts with subway stations at the moment. The corporate district, downtown, and
Yeah, I'll
slums.
talk about this map in a minute.
Those are all
once this
well
is all done.
patrolled.
Tell me what's happened.
It's bad, very bad. Deus Dablo has been kidnapped, and with one of the moderators missing, this city's going to hell.
But you and Cashew are moderators too. Can't you handle it until DD is found?
No, what most people don't know is that Despot wouldn't trust his own mother to make him dinner. There's a safety measure, so we can't ban people without everybody agreeing. Without Deus, we can only try to correct their behavior, and as soon as DxO finds out, they're gonna make my life hell.
Can't Despot do something?
Huh. Despot is impossible to contact. Something in his pants, I think.
Alright. Why am I here?
Find out who kidnapped Diablo and why. I got an anonymous email this morning. You can start by reading that. My login is Phasmatis, and my password is Antitheus. How you run your investigation is up to you. Just remember that you're here to find DD. I'd advise you to get someone influential to support you. You won't get to the bottom of this by yourself, and someone like King Cashew and the rest of the PDX gang can provide a lot of valuable help.
Just like the old.
Not at all.
But basically, I'd be working with the same people.
Trescon, nobody wants to employ you full time. You can just work freelance for us. You help PDX, we help you.
I'll think about it.
Yes, do that. Pay a visit to Sol's Bar and Grill. It's just down the road. It's a perfect place to pick up general info. You should remember Alpha Operator from back in the PDX CIS days.
Oh my god, come on.
Remember his old code name was Sol. He owns the bar now.
Yeah, I remember. I think it opened a few months before I left. He always said he'd buy a bar if he ever made it to retirement. I don't think I ever believed him.
You should probably equip yourself as soon as possible. Remember that the only place to load up around here is Raving's weapon shop. Your old guns are still locked up there. I hope you kept the password to the locker. Oh, and speaking of equipment, the safe in my bedroom contains an oil canister to help you on your way. It was confiscated at the checkpoint in the slums. The code is 3467.
Thanks a lot. That'll be useful.
You're welcome. I think I owe you a favor anyway.
Yes, yes. End it.
I'll check
End
back
it,
with you
please.
when I found something. Bye.
Okay, finally. Good grief. So, yeah, it looks like, I don't know if you guys came from either the Facebook post or the ModDB post. But yeah, this is ZP, Zero Presence, from the original mod. So this all started, this whole kit and caboodle here, the 2.0 update started because I just wanted to update my own maps just as kind of like a hobby, and then just release it as like a mini patch that anyone can download if they wanted, because I knew that TNM was still popular and people still played it. So I joined a Discord that was created, and it all just kind of took off from there. A couple folks decided they wanted to help out. Hawk from Revision, well, actually, I take that back. Hawk and a lot of other folks from Revision all jumped in to try and help me out with it. Got a couple of upgraded editors, and then Hawk is still around updating everything as well. And he's doing a kick-ass job. This couldn't have gotten this far without him. But eventually, since it became such a huge actual big project now, I decided to update all the maps other than just my own. So this is one of the...
I wish I knew where to find the DxO.
One of the earlier ones that I started. I pretty much went in numerical order for all the maps as well. So started with Downtown, went into this, Llama Temple, etc., etc. So we're all the way up to ABI. Just got updated recently. That was the most recent patch. So now just playing from the beginning, just have some fun with it, because I've been pretty much, shoot man, I'd go to work, come home, work on this thing like all day on all my days off. So the little relaxing hobby turned into quite a job. So now we're just playing some Deus Ex, and as I said, picking up everything that isn't nailed down.
I think I heard DD mumble something about hideout bombs.
I did notice that. That's actually a really good, good little addition. I didn't know that it defaults to your real name in here.
Cults would never do anything like this. The cults would never do anything like this.
Yeah, there we go. And yeah, I saw that. That's good. That was an unexpected little change. Oh wait, other closet. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's British right
Cults would never do anything like this.
I don't know if you saw his name in there, Soylent Bomb. He joined the Discord and then just decided to make it work. It was awesome.
Could it be King? Certainly would fit his character. Why? Could it be King? Certainly would fit his character. Why?
Me closing doors behind myself, that's a Deus Ex multiplayer habit. No, wait, that's... There.
Trescott, long time no see. Come visit my office in the World Court building as soon as you have time.
It's my favorite
I have very
rename
important
for Trescon because it's the most immature.
Good offer too, if you arrive on time. See you here, Trescott.
If you don't pick up PS20s, you're sleeping on them. See, and this, so if you've only played the 2009 release, this is one of the things you're going to notice probably a lot of. See how the room is pitch black and all the, well, the decorations and whatnot are clearly visible? This is why triggered lights suck and why I've replaced a lot of them with just regular lights. I don't know if it's fixable, but it looks, I guess the term would be unprofessional. Like you're walking in this room and everything's pitch black and then just all lit up. Cool. And look more. And I noticed when Hobbs was streaming, you guys were talking about classes, chairs and stuff just blinking with the lights on. That's the same thing. It's because of the triggered lights. Wait, not high enough. Here we go. See? Looks stupid. Yeah, I don't think it was the rain. It's either what Hawk just said, or it's the triggered lights. And, so, I don't know. This is an old engine. It sucks. I will fully admit that. I'm reading what he just said. Huh. Interesting. So what... I don't know what call flush is, though. Is that something you do in the script, or... Huh. Interesting. This is a bit confusing, I think. The fact that they're just labeled apartment 2 and 3. Oop, don't want that. Should be like floor 2, apartment number 1 or something. I don't know. Wait, does that have the password in it? Wow, so even I'm guilty of this. So I will fully admit, when I watch people stream this, I get a little tilted because you'll see someone like do this, like, okay, yeah, and then just leave. I just noticed that in all the years since, and remember I worked on this shit. Ever since the original TNM, I didn't realize that this freaking thing had the keypad code for his keypad in his apartment in this thing. Yeah. So I probably what I did is I read this and said, okay, this is the guy that developed 2027. Okay, yeah. But then in the very last sentence, and I'm pointing at it as if you can see my hand for some reason, it says the code he gave me is 2027. So every time I play, I use a multi-tool or a lockpick to get around that keypad when the goddamn code is right there. So I do not practice what I preach. Okay, so I saw what you guys were talking about. So in the original downtown, every World Corp map, party zone, I'm blanking right now, but I seriously made like half of them, man. For Space Station, that's the big one that I did not work on because those are good maps as they are, so I'm not going to claim that. I just made like some prefabs for that map, so like all the generators and complex type geometry, I made them, and then someone else found a spot for them. I did not make the original ATC, and I know that ATC is one of the fan favorites. So when ATC got remade, though, and hopefully we can get to it. Well, no, we'll decide what side we're gonna pick. But the remake of ATC, I made sure to keep that as close as possible to the original, just with some updates here and there, so that it would still be a favorite. Oh yeah, wait, though, there's no one living here. That's why it's empty. Oh yeah. So what I meant by, yeah, what Hawk just said, yeah, like the visuals of Space Station are pretty good, but it is kind of like a hodgepodge of a mess. It's you could tell at some points that it's just random crap thrown together. That is something that we hope to change.
I saw you got a PM from Skara.
That I did.
Whatever you do, Trescon, don't go to World Corp. Come to PDX and hear what I have to tell you first.
Alright, Dad.
You cannot trust Skara. Just don't listen to anything he tells you.
Imagine naming yourself after a fucking nut. I think they did. I mean, yeah. King of something is better than nothing. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but, oh god damn it, here we go.
Trest, Cashew wants to make sure you're still up to scratch. He's asked me to give you a test to see if you're still as good as you used to be.
I'm using my
After
exploit
all,
to
2
skip
years
all
is a
this,
long
I'm
time to
sorry.
get rusty in, right?
Basically,
You
make money.
there, Halt! What do you want?
Dude.
Is this the Llama Temple?
Sometimes
Yes,
the dialogue
and no,
in the
you
only
can't
mod
come
I
in.
worked on
Why
is
not?
just way too much, bro.
All access to the temple was currently restricted due to a crisis at World Corp HQ. One of our most highly
That
decorated
PM,
holy warriors
so,
is in a bit of trouble.
funny story about that
and we
PM.
can't let anybody in before the situation has been resolved.
Oh wait.
But I was sent by PDX to investigate the recent moderator kidnapping.
Is that so? Then you must be Trescon.
That's right. May I come in now?
Absolutely not. But you can help me with something. I'll pay handsomely.
To the tune of what?
380 credits.
That is indeed very handsomely. If you want me to pick up your groceries.
It is all that I am at liberty to offer you. One of our temple guards was recently ambushed and captured by a group of good heretics. I know exactly where they're holding him for interrogation, and I would be perfectly capable of blasting all of them into oblivion, if not for the fact that I'm under strict orders not to leave my post before the crisis at World Corp is settled. Imagine my frustration.
I see your problem. So you want me to rescue this temple guard for you?
Yes, I will give you 380 credits in return. My entire allocated hostage rescue budget for the month of September.
You have a budget for that.
Of course. Abduction is a favorite strategy of the goats.
Well, I'll get your man for you.
Good. He's being held for interrogation in the condemned apartment to the southwest, across from the theme restaurant. You'll recognize it by the filthy goat billboard on the front. Which reminds me, I still have to send some people to vandalize that.
Anything else you can tell me?
No, that should be all the information you need. I would be greatly pleased if you would wipe the floor with the blood of those kidnapping bastards. But you won't get a bonus. Just get our man out of there and the money will be yours.
Hey, you know what I just realized throughout that entire conversation? Trescon has some very prominent Chad energy there.
What's keeping
hey.
you?
Wow, that was
Sorry.
rude.
I'll get on with it.
Some very prominent Chad energy walking up to this dude in a genuine mech murder suit. And it's like, hey bro, I'll take that money to get your groceries. You're gonna have to work harder than that. He's just walking up with a fucking med kit in his pocket. Like, yeah bro, you're gonna have to increase that value there a minute. Oh yeah, but so that first PM that you get from Phasmatis, I remember that thing used to be longer than that. Like, it used to be a goddamn thesis that this man was straight up transmitting into your dome. And, I remember, well, we used to use MSN Messenger for development back in the day, and, there was constant conversations about which tidbits we could cut out to make that thing tolerable. Like, it shipped being tolerable. We all know it wasn't a good PM because of how long it was. So it's at this point it's tolerable. Yeah, probably. I added like everybody from DXMP and the PDX forum back in the day. I'm like the opposite now. Unless I know exactly who someone is, I don't add them on anything. Discord, I'm the same way though. I'll still talk to everybody on Discord. This right here is new. So, see how it's notating specifically bicycle in this, and there's new. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I definitely maintain a zero presence, and that name originated from a military channel show where that was actually the tagline. Like, it was about stealth bombers, and I was just watching it while I was playing DXMP one day, and it was like, the Air Force maintaining zero presence, and it had this like really cheapy like effect zoning in the letters as if he was saying zero presence. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool because I'm 14, so. But anyway, this whole map was originally supposed to have this kind of motif to it, of it being no vehicle traffic, and you get into the plaza just by foot or bicycle. And that was going to originally be like the explanation of why everything's so close and tight knit together and whatnot. Oh, I forgot this is here. But and then out of nowhere, I'm just building this map, and I just start adding roads and random mass buildings that you can't even get into, and there's no purpose for them. So the 2009 release map is just this gigantic mess of buildings. So my #1 mission for this remake was to make it so much more tolerable to just roam around in. So there's more interesting stuff to look at. You don't have to get ready for it by running a goddamn marathon. You can actually get to places within a reasonable amount of time. I mean, yeah, the rocket boots, yeah, they're not here though. And that's just like a ridiculous amount of dedication to the craft. Like, oh my god, you gotta chill, bro. Like, I get it, rockets on your arm and stuff, but you gotta chill. But I just stuck with it for a long time, like longer than I should have. Like, I know how to use Unreal Editor, Hammer, Source, and something called Chisel, and those are all editors from back in the goddamn day. So I have no marketable job skills for level design, but I sure as shit know what I'm doing in this old stuff. What's this? Oop. Yeah, old editors are awesome. I don't know why that's just pitch black. And, yeah, exactly, it should. I don't... Silly me, assuming that the surrounding light that I'm tracing with the crosshair would be enough to keep this lit. I don't know what I was thinking. Since it's unrollable.
You couldn't have waited until he was across the canal?
Man, he was getting away.
Yeah,
you stop giving me shit about it?
How the fuck we gonna get him down there? Huh? You gonna go for a dive?
Shut up. Someone's listening in.
Yeah, in case you didn't tell.
Hey, mind your own business.
We'll deal with this later.
I made you. You are my business.
It's a full moon out tonight. They say accidents happen during a full moon.
He's very confident in himself. Fucking running his mouth at some random dude. So, this is, if you haven't played 2.0, I'm sure you've noticed, there is a goddamn river missing. That is a very good observation, because it's true. It was replaced with this handy-dandy little drainage canal, and that is a very loosey-goosey use of the word canal. Just to make it kind of fit with the dialogue. And this is also why that goth chick that was walking around that's talking about how pretty the area is, that's why she's not here anymore. So to kind of make up for that, I gave her like her own little tiny storyline. So her apartment is in Faz's apartment. And it was that first note I found where she's talking to like a family member about how the lockdown is going crazy and hey, come stay at my place and you'll be safe, da-da-da, I just gotta go take care of something. And then she says in the note, hey, and just in case, remember, I hide my key down by a tree outside the apartment and under some bricks. So, hey look, a tree, some bricks, hey, a key. So, typical Deus Ex fare. We're using personal information to gain access to the private property. So, because I had to cut her because her conversation just literally makes no sense now that the canal's completely gone, kind of figured it'd be a good middle ground to give her a little bit of a backstory and give her more background in the story as a whole. And then another change that we had to make, and a lot of changes for 2.0, they are because the Nameless mod is very detail-oriented in conversations or text documents. And sometimes, like typically in Deus Ex, it would be like, alright, so... Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I was about to get into. The ship captain. I'm in that area right now, I'm just stopping to talk about it. So generally speaking, TNM would be like... Wait, let me start over. So Deus Ex would be like, okay, so you go north in the park and you'll find something there. Cool. In TNM, it's like, okay, so you'll go north in the park, you'll hang a right at this tree next to a statue, and then you go left, and there's like a car there, and then if you look just southwest, there's a building you need to enter. It's like, I know why we did it, because our maps are bigger, generally speaking, than vanilla Deus Ex maps. But it's such a bitch when you're remaking stuff. So, yeah, that's true. I don't want to cheat. I just want to play. So we'll just look. So when we go to the party zone later, we're gonna find the captain of the ship, right? So we learn once we go check out where this area is, this trucking yard, that there's a plaque in that window over there. It might be hard to see because I'm jumping, but when we get in there, there's a plaque that says, it has a picture of him, and it says, Employee of the Month, and then down underneath it says, he's crazy, but he's got the best delivery times in the company. So it's implying that he thinks he's a ship captain, and he's actually a freight truck driver, and he calls his freight truck his ship. So that's that's reaching like crazy. But the way the Nameless mod story works, it kind of fits too, because the Nameless mod is freaking crazy. So it kind of works out. Kinda, again. Big old, like, quotation marks, kinda. So what do you think we should do for this playthrough in general? Like, weapon-wise? Should I go rifles, pistols, and then, which storyline should we stick to? And right now, I'm just running around collecting stuff, collecting money, so if you guys see something you want me to talk about, just tell me. I'm keeping an eye on the chat as well. I'm just trying to, like, stop, like, in the back of my mind, I know that Captain Apollo's is a destination, so it's changed. So, if you want me to talk about it, we'll stop. This, ooh, I did not change that. So as you can see, this is where the noobs gang is now. Oops, I just said noobs, so now someone needs to come hit me with that. I meant to change this brick texture to this because it's kind of hard to see. And then, since I got this all convoluted where the gang is hanging out, there's now this little bulletin board thing with a notepad. And I don't know how that translates onto the stream for you guys, but basically this text document right here is, it's like, another thing you'll notice about the new content for 2.0 is it's kind of more grounded than 2009 stuff. Like, this text document looks like it could have been written by a real person. It's not like, the noobs gang, they're here and they're fucking around and they're a bunch of little goofballs on the forum, blah, 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 blah. It's more so saying like, yeah, I work for the Public Works Department and there's these hooligans causing an issue for us. So it's pretty much just alluding to where they are right now. Yeah, that's true. That way it gets added to their data log so they can look at it later, because when people are doing this, hurry up, go, 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 go. Okay, too long. Then yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, God, that's the thing that sucks about this, man. Like, it's, you gotta assume that people are gonna be playing in a mindset that you were when you were younger playing this game. Like, you love the game and you want to read and learn more about it. No one stops to read shit. Who wrote the most of it? So I know it's spelled, or it's pronounced Jonas, but I've always called him Jonas, and he's never corrected me on it because I was the American on the team that said shit in the American way. So, my boy Jonas is the one that wrote the majority of this. Anything 2.0, it's just whoever wrote it. So, me and Hawk wrote a lot of the stuff that's for 2.0. Alright, so, found the key for this. Oh, and, so this place, back in the day I was playing, what's that freaking game called? It was this weird-ass game, where you start out, you get possessed, and you kill somebody in a diner. That's what the old diner was based off of. Indigo Prophecy, that's the name of it. So, oh yeah, Fahrenheit was the name of it, outside of the US, yeah. Yeah. I based that diner basically on that. But it was so out of place. So now it's this. And since I wasn't constrained by trying to base it off something, it just, I don't know, just more custom look. This used to kill you in GPF the game. That was fun. I don't know why it fixed, so I'm not questioning it anymore. And then speaking of the bicycle motif, here's bike racks. I remember a long time ago I wanted to get the bike from Revision to put on here, but that's one of those things where it's like we got so much shit to do, it just kind of fell off. It never happened. And yeah, I agree. Indigo Prophecy was like, I feel like they got a good setup, and then as the game went on, they just kind of lost focus. And then it just turned into this like weird shit where there's like demons literally possessing the internet, and it's like, what are you on, my guy?
Is it just me, or are the letters to the editor of that Arcadia magazine getting more and more out there?
Sure.
I just figured the editor was printing the more inane ones to increase.
Oh yeah, let's get our boy out of here. Yeah, remember it was Orange Clan and the Purple Clan, and I think it was Purple Clan that was just like infesting the internet. And I remember at the end, they brought that in out of like nowhere on like the second to last level, and you're like, oh great, another goddamn weird ass entity to deal with. And then at the end of the game, he's just like, and then the Purple Clan continued to infest the internet, and then that was the last you heard of it. And I'm like, what the fuck? That was genuinely the weirdest game I've ever played, my man. Ah, fuck. You shouldn't be able to move these. Okay, getting our dude out of here. I keep getting sidetracked. Yeah, I hit. You could tell. I know you know what I did. You saw me hit F5 and it didn't do anything. What is the default quick save for TNM? Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So genuinely, I am terrible at saving, and I'm gonna need reminders. Like when I'm playing games just on my own time that don't have autosaves, I'll just die and get frustrated and quit. Like obviously, since I'm recording, I can't do that right now. So make sure I save because I'm an idiot. Yep, just this is normal. Go away. Thank you. So, what I do for planning is, I think they're actually included in the installs. I don't know how to access them, Hawk probably will, but I open up MS Paint, I get on Discord, talk to Hawk, and we pretty much talk about how we...
Yes, Rasp! He's dead! I must inform the High Priests.
Yeah, you about to be too, homeboy. So, I open up MS Paint, I think of scenes that I want in the map. That guy's gonna kick my ass. And then just start drawing stuff up. And then I make like a list of the things that were in 1.0, or the 2009 release. And then I think what else we need for additions for 2.0. Make the list on the side, and then just start drawing cubes, man. Like, I'll just start drawing cubes of what and where I want things, connection hallways, that kind of thing. And then I'll start working on one area, and it'll take me like a couple weeks to get the energy going. And then after that, it's just it all just builds up upon itself. So it's the biggest hurdle is always at the beginning when I'm first starting, and then everything just comes together.
You're the boss. He's dead! I must inform the High Priests.
I feel like that was triggered by the llama being unconscious in front of him. He did not see me. Oh, I see. Okay, so all the maps and stuff that I draw, they're going to be in the final.
He's dead! I must inform the High Priests.
You know what, I'm about to just go in there and just mow these dudes down. Yeah, you're done.
In the name of Boone!
Dude, the pistol is the beefiest goddamn gun for the AI in this game. Like, I fear that thing more than the frickin' assault rifle. Wait, where'd my quick save go? Is this it? Oh, backup save. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of want to do that. So, my eyes are a lot bigger than my stomach, and in our backlog, I have a physical CD release, and I want it to be green instead of blue. So it's another, like, soft color, kind of like how TNM is already with the blue. And then I also want like a mock IGN strategy guide as a PDF. So, yeah, Blu-ray, DVD, that kind of shit. So I have a lot of like content beyond just the base game that I would like to see done, but here's the thing, like I'm the project lead / mapper, and that's all I got, bro. I'm not like drawing up images for like a page of a strategy guide kind of guy. God damn it.
He's dead.
See, what the f- Did you see the llama and then just assumed it was me?
Damnation, he passed out. Perpetrator's nowhere around. Hello?
Yeah, the shotgun guy. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like this these guys they react. Can I help you? What the fuck? Son of a bitch. Ay caramba. I'm getting sick of these rude assholes interrupting me when I'm monologuing. Yeah, Radish Adventure is gonna actually be worth it. Like, I fully admit that when we originally released the Radish Adventure, when you get all the Easter eggs, was supposed to be a lot fucking cooler than it is. It's genuinely like a piece of an ingredient of something at the way it is. Like, it's gonna be so much cooler. It's gonna be a lot more like an actual side-scrolling game. Oh, yeah, he's definitely seeing me. Okay, well, that's nice that works. So how this works is, there's like a cylindrical collision thing in the doorway, and as soon as your collision model interacts with the detection range of that trigger, they go bad. And then this guy, I don't know why the fuck he got mad at me when I was just standing here talking. Actually, I'm gonna come do this when I'm better equipped. The Radish Adventure stuff is not yet. The mechanics that Hawk made are, and I started working on a remake of the first Radish Adventure map, but I haven't finished it yet.
What do you want?
So here's the thing, and this absolutely has changed from my prediction when I wrote up what the patches are gonna be.
Oh, okay.
Radish Adventure and the secret maps are going to be done at the end. Like, I'm just trying to get the base content done.
So lonely. It's too cold
up to the
out
space
here.
station, and then I'll start hammering out all the secret
cold.
stuff, and that's definitely.
What am I supposed to do about it?
Just talk
That
to
sucks.
me.
It really does, because the entrances for the secret maps are set up right now, but there's no map yet.
You got more scars than a knife fighter.
So
You're
some of you guys have probably actually found where
They did this to me.
the Mission 22,
Yes.
Day 2 secret
they
map
tortured
is,
me.
but it's just not there.
Tortured me and my beloved poor old Teddy.
Why?
It was King.
What?
King is totally insane. He will do anything to preserve or increase his profits. When the crashed against by error page virus was circulating, he...
Why?
Treating the virus is much more profitable than curing it. He only started selling a cure when someone found out from a research and development leak that he had a cure.
Who leaked the data?
Who the hell do you think? Me, of course. I was the one who leaked the bloody data. I was his best scientist, his very best biochemist.
You can clearly read the
Until I
word
leaked the data.
on his
I
head.
knew there was a cure. He just didn't want it to be circulated.
But why did he do this to you?
He punished me.
Dude, does he look like an open head wound? And there's just like
torture.
newspaper
everything
covering
from
it.
my
Like he's
house, my
covering
car,
up a
everything.
dog pissing somewhere.
All he left me with was my childhood Teddy. That's who I refer to when I go rambling.
God, that's terrible.
Don't let him get you. Don't let him get you like he got me.
How did he find out you leaked it?
No! No! It's coming for me! Black ice is gonna kill us all!
Yeah, it looks like it's newspaper. That might actually be. When we stop talking, I'll see if it's probably just the regular texture of the Deus Ex newspaper. Alright, stand still. Don't talk to me. I can't tell because it's so stretched.
Discarded like a paper napkin and left to fade away in the dark.
Oh yeah, page.
Oh, Teddy, hold me.
Yeah, I bet that's just the one with the picture of the jet on it. We'll probably see a newspaper eventually.
Voices. Voices.
God, where the fuck am I going? I'm trying to get money, right? Okay. Oh yeah, this dude. I know what we're doing.
Dialogue protocols initiated. Super user Phasmatis has requested that all permissions to execute the task.
So,
noob.game be granted.
These guys have
user
cool voices.
Reward credits equals 500.
Talking in like
to the user upon
Unreal
successful
Script is kind of much for me.
task. Permissions set and
but it's a cool
updated.
voice.
Monitoring user trust gone.
Okay, you want me to find a gang of noobs and clean them up? Meaning what exactly?
Task
Yeah, you're thinking
properties.
of
Locate all members of the noobs
the basement
gang
that doesn't
and
exist.
remove them from downtown sector by any means you deem appropriate. The gang leader is known to hang around the theme restaurant Helga's Crowd Castle near the subway.
Alright, I'll take care of it.
Dialogue terminated.
There is secret agent offices, a cargo area, prison, chemical labs, that kind of shit. Universal constructor, the servers,